Hi everyone, about a minute on the stunning double standard that is being shown by the Biden administration when it comes to offshore energy development. You probably saw this headline that yesterday the president announced he was issuing an order that would ban offshore oil and gas drilling on 634 million acres of offshore lands in the U.S. This is an enormous area. It's roughly the size of the Louisiana Purchase, as one writer pointed out today. So this is an enormous move by the president in some of the last days of his administration. Before I get to that, if you don't know me, my name is Robert Bryce. I've been a reporter for almost 40 years. I give you the numbers and the facts, not the spin about energy and power. Okay, so back to this order. The double standard here is just stunning. So Biden is saying, oh, I'm going to protect, the words were that he is going to protect coastal communities and marine ecosystems by banning offshore oil and gas. Okay, that's the claim. Protecting in coastal communities and marine ecosystems. But the reality is that his administration is doing more to industrialize the oceans, or promoting efforts to industrialize the oceans, more than any other presidency in American history. In the same press release that touts, the White House press release that touts this offshore drilling ban, the White House is noting that that President Biden has approved, quote, more than 19 gigawatts of offshore wind projects. Well, those 19 gigawatts, that's 19,000 megawatts, will require installing about 1,900 offshore wind platforms, most of them on the Atlantic seaboard, most of them right in the middle of known North Atlantic right whale habitat. I mean, it's just stunning how this is being reported by the legacy media outlets. No discussion of this, his favoritism toward the wind business. And it's not just the favoritism toward approving the permits. Here's the part that really sticks in my craw. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management has not only been rubber stamping these approvals for offshore wind, they have also, in I think every project that's been approved, they have waived the bonding requirements. That is, they've waived the requirements under federal law that require these companies that are building these offshore wind projects to post financial assurances for decommissioning. So why do we care? Well, if a hurricane hits or something and one of these projects gets decimated, these companies could just walk away. They could just declare bankruptcy for their LLC that they created and never take the turbines down. And who's going to be stuck with the cost? The taxpayers, of course. So it's unfortunate that this is the case here, and that the Biden administration and President Biden is doing this in some of his last days in office. This is what is an enormous, potentially enormous restriction for the oil and gas industry. At the same time, they are bending over backwards to do everything they can to make it easy on the offshore wind industry, despite the fact that most of these projects are owned by foreign corporations, and it's clear they will have an impact on the marine ecosystems. So an unfortunate double standard. I'll stop there. I've written a lot about this on my Substack. You know where to find me, robertbryce.substack.com. Thanks a lot. See ya.